Hi friends, we are going to go over ribbon roulette. We're going to go over what you guys chose the most, and then we're going to make a bow. And then I'm going to show you what I would add into it and let you see the difference. So you guys chose, this is the Sam's Club edition. You chose the dancing skeletons. They're adorable. Their bow ties are orange and lime green and purple. They're super cute. You chose the boo. Both of these are 2.5-inch ribbons. The boo has the purple, lime green, orange, and it does have some glitter. You chose the 1.5 purple glitter, and you chose the 1.5 orange. And so I'm going to load up my ribbons. I had you choose 4 for this ribbon roulette this week. Okay. Make sure you let me know that you stopped by the video and make sure you share. All right, we're going to use our Easy Bow Maker. We're going to use some chenille stems, our scissors, our wire cutters, and then our pliers, just in case. I usually don't use those. I use them to make my extra long chenille stems, but other than that, I typically don't need them. And we're going to start with our dancing skeletons. All right. We're going to give that a dovetail. I'm going to give this a 6-inch tail. We can do it right here on our Easy Bow. I'm also going to give it a 6-inch loop. Okay, these skeletons can dance to the right and these skeletons can dance to the left, and there's nothing wrong with that. That fits the pattern perfectly. It's perfectly fine. 6-inch tail. And I'm going to bring it back down here. Now, one of the cool things about your Easy Bow is you can go ahead and fluff this bow and you can watch it come to life as you make it. I generally don't. I generally make mine straight across the board, but you don't have to. You can actually form your bow, which is really cool. Cute little skeletons. All right. Now, I'm only doing 1 loop there because you did choose 2 of the 2.5-inch ribbons. Therefore, we're only going to do the 1 loop. Now, if you are new to Mackenzie Cole, because a lot of you are, we have a lot of new faces around here. By the way, welcome. I'm Terry. I'm the owner and designer here at Mackenzie Cole. And we play this game called Ribbon Roulette, where I let you go through my ribbon instead of going through your ribbon to see how you feel about something you would design. Because a lot of people say it's hard to match ribbon. So I let you play with my ribbon. Then I make a bow with you, and then you get to see what you created. This is the Sam's Club edition. We are moving on to that ribbon that says boo. It will also be 6-inch loops, one of those. All right, now, if you are new, when I give you a recipe for a bow here at Mackenzie Cole, if I tell you 1 loop, that means 1 loop on one side of your bow maker. I'm not counting the loops on the other side. We're just working on that one side when I'm giving you a recipe, okay? So you could form your bow at this point if that's what you wanted to do. However, if you notice, the boo is directional ribbon, so we just need to give that a good twist so that those letters are also facing in the right direction. I am going to, I was looking at a bow on my mantle. I think I'm going to go in with the purple. Okay. We're going to do, let's see what I did earlier. I like it a lot. We're going to do 2 loops. I like it a lot. 6-inch tails, you can always trim your tails after if you feel that they're too long. Hi, Nova. Now this loop will be right in that 5-inch range, but it's just slightly smaller than those other sets of loops, right? Main thing is you want your loops on either side in the same type of ribbon to match in size. That's what gives you a good looking bow. You don't want to get the size of your loops lopsided. That's okay. A gate fell down, you guys. That's all that was. It was just a gate falling down. All right, we're going to go in with the orange. I have on my mic, so I don't even know how much it'll pick up. We'll see. We'll see just how good this is at background noise. All right, we're going to dovetail another 6 inches. That tail's going down. And for the orange, I'm just simply going to make my loop slightly smaller than that purple. And I'm only going to do 1. That's all we need. We don't need 2 for this particular bow. And there's our tail. All right. Now, I am going to tie this off with my chenille stem. You want to make sure you keep this tight as it's coming off of your easy bow. You don't want to lose your design. You've done the hard work. Let's not lose our design. Tie that off tightly in the center. Don't get off center. I like to cut this ribbon and then I tie it around to cover that chenille stem to give you a more professional look. So there it is with the chenille stem. Okay, it looks so much better covered. If you do not want to use that much ribbon, you can simply take a small piece of this. This is a little over 3 inches. It doesn't matter. You just need it to curl over on itself. You could glue the seam down, leave your seam in the back, and you could, after you fluff your entire bow, glue that to the center of your bow, and that would be your center loop. And you can do that as well, and it uses less ribbon. I am going to tie mine off. One day when I have my glue gun on, I will show you how to do that though. It's simple, simple, simple. So once I tie my chenille stem off to give it a finished look in the front, I cut that excess off. And then we just need to fluff. And you guys can see what you chose. And tell me what you think of your choice. Without using your ribbons, you get to see what your design looks like. And it's funny because there's always a popular choice that starts coming through that you can see that people are leaning in that direction, like the majority of people are voting in that direction. And there's always others that get quite a few votes, but there's always one combo that kind of shines through, and I find that interesting. Okay. I'm just placing the orange loops in between the 2 purple, and then we are pulling our tails all around the design. Almost wouldn't have mind having that one there. And that is the bow that you guys chose. What do you think? What do you think? Do you love? Love, love, love? The opposite of the Grinch. Hate, hate, hate. We love, love, love. Let me know. It's a cute bow. It is a very cute Halloween bow. It has the traditional colors and it's super cute. However, I'm going to show you what I would do to this bow that you guys chose and see what you think. We'll show them side by side. I'm just going to make the smallest change. Excuse me. All right. We're dovetailing. We're going to make the same bow, and we're going to do 6-inch loops. I was going to say tails. That is a 6-inch tail, but now we're doing a 6-inch loop. We have our little dancing skeletons. All right. I'm going to come in with the boo, just like you guys chose. I'm going to clean this up as we go. Put it back on my shelf over here. This Boo ribbon, all of the Sam's Club ribbon this year, I love with the box, the Halloween box that I received. This Boo ribbon is super cute. It all coordinates really well. It all has super cute little glitter accents. I love it. I love it. And I love adding in ribbon with your Sam's Club ribbon to elevate it. Excuse me, you guys. We did that here on the page. If you go back, you can find the videos where we did a couple of elevated Sam's Club ribbons, and I think I love them both, but how cool were those bats? I just feel like the bats were so cool. But both bows looked amazing. All right, I am coming in with the purple just like we did before. Only this time we will only be getting one loop of the purple instead of two because I'm adding in a ribbon. We don't need two. We just need the one. All right. If you've been with me any amount of time, you know I'm obsessed with Harlequin. It's my favorite. I love adding it into every holiday. Most designs, I love everything about it. Black and white make everything pop. And I love the Harlequin pattern. I just love it. It's one of my favorite. This is my little custom pin cushion. The doormat over at the warehouse is Harlequin right now. All right, we're going to dovetail. I like to clean my table up as I go. Do you guys do that? 6-inch tail, right? And we're just going to pop in that Harlequin. And I'm going to tell you what this does. I am going to leave it the same length as that purple. You could make it slightly smaller if you chose to do so. This is going to make this pop because black and white does look good with everything. But look what it does for the skeletons in the back. It works miracles for the skeletons in the back. It pulls that black and white forward. And that, in my opinion, is what ties this bow together. And I'll show you the difference. I'm going to show you both once we get this completed. We're just going to pop that orange right on top. Right. It will be slightly smaller than our other loops, and there will only be one loop. But what does the orange do? The orange pulls that orange forward from that Boo ribbon in the back as well. Okay, that's the stack. And let's see. Let's just see what you think. You're going to have to tell me below which one you like more. Okay, we're going to tie this off with a ribbon that stands out. So you can either use, at this point, you could either use purple or Harlequin. I'm going to come in with the Harlequin, but you're not going to see that much of it, so I'm going to come in with the purple. See how this is orange? We'll pop the purple back on top. Okay. Now, I'm covering my chenille stem. And then I just cut that. Now make sure you're cutting the ribbon that you actually used to tie the front of that off and not any of your tails. You don't want to mess that up for your bow, right? All right, so now let's fluff this one out and see what we think about the difference. And this really lets you see two designs with what you chose and what you could have chosen just slightly a little bit different. and the change that it makes. So I think that's cool. Okay, and now we just need to get these tails going in all kinds of directions throughout our design, right? Okay, I'm just going to run my hand through those tails, fluff, run my hands through the tails, and fluff, 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 and we're fluffing. That made me think of the old exercise videos. All right, see those little pops of black and white? So, what do you think? Here it is with the black and white, and then in this hand, I'm going to show you how. This is how you guys designed it. This is not wrong. This is great. It's cute. Everything matches. I'm just curious what you guys think. I like the pop of the black and white. I do. Now, this is going to be bow number 1, the first one we made, and it doesn't have that harlequin pop. This is bow number 2 with the harlequin pop, okay? Which one do you love the most? 1 or 2? 1 or 2? Let me know below, and we will be playing ribbon roulette again very soon.